There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission.
Stand by to receive our transmission.
Warning. 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 Warning.
Big welcome, please, for Andy Wright.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
To boldly go where no man has gone before. To boldly go where no man has gone before. To boldly go where no man has gone before.
And now, here's the world's greatest...
Oh, yeah. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Hello, and welcome to the show. This is Talking Really 2022 live streams on Sunday afternoon. So, Sunday, the 23rd of January today, 23rd of January. And it's a very, very Sunday today. Not very good. Bit cloudy, bit wet, bit cold, bit everything, and it's it's not good. So we're gonna try and make you happy, have a good time, 2 hour session, and of course we're gonna have chat from everybody. So get ready to dial the number because it's very important that you take part in the show. So let's have a little look at who we got here. Who's here? I wonder who's here. Itsy Bitsy.
It was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini.
And Timothy. Hello.
Bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover.
And Andrew number 6, please. Good afternoon to Gary Lakey, Mr. Lakey.
Oh, I hate you, Butler. It's made my day,
Made my day, that is, yeah, right, okay, whatever. Good afternoon. And welcome. So, there we go. That's very good afternoon to you. Of course, if Tim, you'd like to phone in, then that would be really good. We'll give Tim a chance to give us a quick call. It seems that we haven't had him on the show for weeks. We'll see how Mr. Lakey is, shall we? Mr. Lakey's on the line.
I will report you, Butler.
I will, yes, I will report you.
How are you, mate?
Okie dokie. Yep.
Oh, that's good.
How's your Sunday?
I was what, Andy?
Sunday. How's your Sunday?
It's been okay. I've been out doing me leaflets and so forth, but other than that, it's been okay. It's a bit cold down here now. It's gone cold again.
Yes, 3 degrees.
Well, it's dry. It's dry. That's the main thing.
Well, I wouldn't say it's very dry. It was horrible out there earlier on. I had to go get me shopping, and it was horrible. Yeah.
We haven't had it here.
Oh, you're very lucky then.
So, yeah, well, we live in the West Country, you see. Cooked up sandwiches and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
So, the snobs,
the cucumber sandwich brigade.
That's it, man. So there we are. So, and how's your week been since midweek when we last spoke?
Well, yes, nothing happened. So, yes, no, whatever, really.
What about your cleaner? Did they turn up this week?
Yes, we had that Monday. That was Monday. So that's all done. Yeah, yeah.
Because you said last week they didn't turn up. I don't
that's
think
correct.
You put something on Facebook.
That's correct. Yeah. I did. Yes, they didn't come. And didn't even call me or nothing. So it wasn't very good, was it?
Well, that was nice of them, Andy. Very reliable, mate. Yeah.
Well, hopefully they'll come back.
But it's human beings, you see. That's the trouble.
Human beings. I don't like them, Barry. I don't like human beings.
Well, some I do, but the majority of them I don't.
Yes.
You know, I've got a few good friends, but the rest of them I would call associates.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
They're not people that you can rely on.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's
sad,
I've
really,
got
isn't it? Very sad.
A dozen friends that I can rely on, but
yeah, it's very sad though, isn't it, Gary?
It is really, mate. But that's, as I say, people for you, and they've got their own agenda, like, you know. So
yeah, they try and get from you what they want, and then dump you.
I'm afraid so. You get that in your life. You learn as you go along.
Yeah, you do.
You can trust, but there you go. So our friend, who we won't mention, is clinging on by the skin of his teeth.
Oh yes, he is. Yes, what you mean, Mr. What's his face? This one.
That's the one. That's the character. Yeah, he. I think next week, when this report comes out, if it's next week, it'll probably be the final nail in the coffin.
It probably will be. Yes, you're probably right.
I don't know how he's going to get away with it, but if he does, then obviously there's a stitch-up job.
Yes, I think so.
You know,
I think so.
Because you couldn't go. What other job? I mean, the thing is, Andy, they were fining everybody left, right, and centre last year for breaking the rules, right?
Yes.
I mean, where's his fine? Like, you know, but he obviously won't get one, will he? You know, so
my immediate answer to that is, what are all those people that got fined last year, right? Why can't they have their money back? Because obviously, clearly, there was two things, wasn't it? There was one for them and one for the others.
Well, I believe that is on the agenda. I don't. I might be wrong, but I heard somebody say exactly what you just said.
Oh, good.
Because
it's only fair, isn't it? It's only fair.
Well, yes, because at the end of the day, you can't fine somebody when the one who's made up the fines, or the people who made up the fines, have broke the rules themselves.
Yeah, so, you know, it's only fair. So I think they should get their money back.
Well, hopefully there'll be some sort of appeal system, you know, so...
But to be fair, I don't know how many actually paid it in the end, because I know from my personal knowledge of it, in fact, there's the majority of the fines got chucked out before they even got to anywhere. So I don't know how many people were unlucky to have to pay.
Well, the point is, Andy, I don't know anybody that did get fined.
No, I don't know.
Not
anybody.
Personally, I don't know anybody. I know lots of people that were breaking these stupid rules that they were putting in place. There was loads of it going on because, and then there was others that took it to the other extreme and went over the top. Yeah,
of course. And the various fines that they give out to shops and things like that for opening, because they want to make a living, and they try and shut them down. I know it's so childish, so petty.
I'll give you one for instance. I don't know if you've seen it on your news where you are. There was a cafe in a place called Plimpton.
Yeah, Plimpton.
Ridgeway. Like, they got fined £10,000.
Wow.
And they got visited twice by the council. I don't know what's happened to it. I haven't heard any more. They'll lose their business a bit. I don't think they'll go through now with this, but they got took to court twice. It was in the local news at the time. Of course, everything's died down now, so we haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
But they were threatening them with a £10,000 fine.
I know. It's childish, though, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah. Finlay. It was called Finlay's Coffee Shop. That's what it's called.
It's a coffee shop, for God's sake. You know, it's not as if they're...
I know, but they sort of said, we're not shutting, and the council said, well, we'll take you to court, which they did do, but I don't know the outcome.
that's what happened at that cinema, isn't it? The cinema in South Wales.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that one.
Pardon
But
me,
that was a
excuse-
big case down here with that coffee shop. Obviously, it was plastered all over the news.
Oh yeah.
The TV company, the local one, which is called, well, I don't know if it's up your way, probably a different station. I'm talking about ITV station, not BBC. They actually went along there to catch him out, to show up they were opening, like, you know.
Oh,
but
right.
like I say, I don't know what happened after.
No. Well, the South Wales lot, their little cinema thing that they have there, they were forcibly shut. I mean, how childish! They come and put shutters down and actually bolted them to the floor so they couldn't open them. So it's like, you know, this is how childish they got.
Nazi state, Andy, isn't it? I'm afraid,
Yeah. And then
You
in
know,
the
but
end, the obviously they got fined and everything like that. So I hope they get their money back. But also the fact is that they agreed to open within the rules. But obviously they weren't going to do them because they were supposed to check the old the old thingy on the phone. They were supposed to check that.
Yeah.
Well, they said, no, we're not going to check it. We're just going to say, well, have you got one? Yeah. Have you got one? Yeah. All right, go on in then. Because that's it. That's what
Well,
we're going to do.
Another story, like you're saying, I got stopped. I picked a prescription up for my daughter-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
They were, I don't know what was going on. They couldn't go to the chemist. Well, this was while it was going on.
Yeah.
Well, the police were circling all the time then, you see, trying to catch people out.
Yeah.
So I went over there with this prescription. He said, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm delivering a prescription. You shouldn't be out there. He said, I said, well, show me the law where it says I shouldn't. That's essential. I said, it's a prescription. I said, I'm not going shopping. It's a prescription.
Yeah.
So in the end, they sort of left it. So it's a bit of a rundown estate where they live. So obviously the police making that a big thing about, you know, making sure that they're circling. But they had no right to stop me. But they did.
Well, you were allowed to do that. Under the law, you were allowed to do that anyway. So.
Well, it's essential. I was running around for several people for prescriptions during the so-called lockdown.
Yeah.
Or what was going on. And an old elderly couple, one was in a wheelchair and his dad, who's now sadly in a home, I was getting their prescription. So I was legally doing what I was supposed to do.
Well, you were allowed to do, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
But unfortunately, the police took it out of they took it within their power. They thought they had the power, but they didn't really. Because I don't know if everybody pulled into the street, whether they'd be able to stop them all.
No. I don't know what it's like down your way, Gary, but up here, right, when I'm out driving, I don't see any cops on the car. I don't see any cops on the road. There's no cop cars anywhere.
Isn't that funny, Auntie, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, that they should be out when they're not supposed to be, when that was going on, and you don't see them.
No,
they're like a bus. You don't see one, and then you see three, like, you know.
Well, I see loads of those bloody buses.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, there you are, mate. I'll have the buzzer of doom in a minute, so I better.
What?
That's
that
the
one?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Wasn't our friend on form the other night?
Our friend Richard.
Yeah, wasn't he good, eh?
Hey, he was good, wasn't he? Loads of jokes,
I like old Richard.
Yeah.
I know his jokes are a bit funny at times, but not funny, but a bit odd. But I like old Richard.
Yeah, good bloke.
I think he's a good old stick, like, you know.
He's a
and
good
he
egg.
was very good with that information, Andy, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, very good. Yes, very useful. Because obviously you know that as of February the 1st, I think it's February the 1st, they Test and Trace is back. Test and Go is back.
Yeah, but I've heard a lot of different stories coming out of Thailand.
Have you?
About I won't mention the bloggers because I see your little finger the other day. But they're saying that they could be bringing in the 5-day thing again, but whether that's true, I don't know.
Well, that's not what my missus says. She seemed to think that
perhaps she's
it's
got
going to
the
be
proper information.
Yeah, I don't know. She seemed to think it was like Test and Go like before. You have one day, Yeah, you land, you have a thingy, and then you have one day in a hotel room just to wait, and then you're clear. Then you can go anywhere you like. Apparently.
Well, she could be right, Andy. There's a lot of conspiracies come out of Thailand, mate.
Yeah,
you know, with different bits, but never truth, really. One adds on another bit and another bit, and then you end up with a totally different story. But your wife would know.
Yeah, I mean, I get very annoyed about it, Gary. It's very annoyed about it, Gary, because people make videos about it and they don't know what the bloody hell they're talking about.
Well, no one does, Andy. Nobody actually comes out with the proper information.
No.
I think the problem is they keep changing it in Thailand.
Yeah,
That's
they do.
the trouble.
They do.
So you don't. I mean, the wife and I are one day hoping to go there, you know, but when things die down, you know, I've got a great admiration for Thailand. I like watching you know, different things and you know, about the islands and that.
Good.
I want to go one day.
Well, good for you, Gary.
So,
yeah.
So anyway, there you are, Andy. I'll let you go. What's Andy? Still on, or?
Yeah, Andy Six is here. I don't know. He'll be phoning in shortly, won't he?
and our friend Tim, good old
Timothy, Timothy. And here's Jackie. Jackie's here.
Oh, good old Jackie.
Jackie!
Jackie! Nanny!
Old lady.
Oh, Andy, you take care, mate.
All right, Gary, take care. Thank you.
Speak to you again. Take care, Andy. Bye-bye, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hiya, Nanny. Hi, Nanny. Hello. Right, Timothy, do you want to call in quickly? Do you want to call in now? Give us a call, see what you say. Have a little chat. Let's see. Timothy. Are you there? Anybody there? Hello. Hello, good afternoon. It's what is it, Sunday today? You like the branding? I'm trying to get some branding together. It's for Sunday show, the Sunday chat, the Sunday phone-in show. This is the branding, which is quite good, isn't it? Hi, Granddaddy. Are you rude? Rude. So.
Oh, that was so rude.
Rude. Okay. Hello? Oh, bugger. No, sorry. Try again. Your ridiculously stupid phone. Try again. Let's try again. Try. Hello?
Hello.
Yay!
Hello.
Oh, fucking
hey, you can hear me. Hey, how you doing, man?
Hello. Second time lucky.
It's normally third time lucky.
Yeah, well, don't mind about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had first time lucky the other day.
Do you know what Gary was saying? Oh God, I've got myself an echo.
Echo. Don't worry about it.
My own voice.
Don't worry about it.
He's right. Well, his surname is obviously not Wright, but
yeah.
Yeah.
What was he saying? I can't remember. What did he tell me? Tell me.
But he was basically on about the heartless bureaucracy of our government.
Yeah. What the twats up in London?
Hey, language, man, language.
Yeah,
those people who live in Westminster who've never lived a single day in the real world. You know what I'm saying?
I know, yeah. They wouldn't know reality if it hit them in the face.
Yeah, bit them on the arse, as I said.
Yeah. They wouldn't know how to do shopping in bloody Tesco. They were bloody.
Yeah. Oh, they wouldn't dirty their feet on a Tesco supermarket.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
You know, they probably shop at M&S food.
Excuse me.
And M&S food is exactly the same as Tesco food.
Yeah, or Waitrose
food.
They're probably
even Aldi
Waitrose.
food, like it's the same stuff.
Yeah, I mean, because my sister works in a supermarket.
Even Waitrose, like it's like to me, it tastes the same.
It's the same, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. My sister works in a supermarket. She was telling me the other day. She was saying that these own brand crisps, right? The own brand crisps are actually made by the big company. They're made by Walkers or people like that. So they're not actually any different any other brand. They just got it's just got the supermarket branding on it. That's all. Yeah.
Sounds like something Gary Lineker probably had something to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's good at football, maybe, but like...
I don't know. I've seen him. You know what? I was in the service station going somewhere, and he pulled up in his little car, his chauffeur-driven car, and I wasn't sure, but I saw him. I was like about 4 foot from him in the service station. I thought, is that Gary Lineker or not? I didn't want to say anything because it was rude, like, you know.
No, it could have just been someone who looked a bit like.
Yeah, but it actually was actually Gary Lineker. Yeah, it was real. Yeah, I can't believe it.
I ain't laughing at you, man. Trust me.
I don't watch soaps or brain
Gary
draining.
Lineker. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise. Yes. How are you and your lovely family, Gary? Oh no, it's Gary. Sorry, it's not Andrew. It's Gary. How are you then, Andrew?
My name is not Gary.
No, your name is Andrew.
Well, I know what my name is.
What's your name?
I'm all right.
I'm all right, yeah. So another Sunday afternoon again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just another one. Hey, I can't really use the word sane in
oh yeah.
respect to me, but this keeps us sane, man. We're just a bunch of
retrobates.
Yeah, exactly, man. You know?
Captain Jasper.
Captain Jasper. What you bring down to Captain Jasper?
Captain Jasper.
Hard hot dog.
Yeah. Captain Jasper.
You ever been I don't know if they serve any other food.
Awaken World Faith. Hello, good afternoon.
What's for dinner, Andrew? 6.
Awaken World Faith. A new person, I think, there. Well, new to the live streams. I don't think I've seen that name before. What are you having for dinner then? What are you having for dinner?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Could have prawns.
Beans on toast?
Beans on... No, I don't.
I would
beans good for your heart.
Hey, have I ever told you this? Have I ever told you this story about this cafe? Right, I think it was in Australia. I went there one year on holiday, and there was this cafe, right? And it had a big sign on the door, right? It says, if you can order a dish, right, and we can't supply it, then we will give it you for free. Anything you like, but we'll give it for free and we'll give you 100 quid, right? So I thought, oh, this is good. So I thought, I'll go in there and I'll ask for something really, really stupid. So I did. I said, right, mate. I said, your offer on the window, it said, if I order something you ain't got it, then you'll give me 50 quid and a free meal. He said, yeah, mate. That's right. Anyway, I said, right, have you got elephant balls on toast? And he said, oh, geez, mate, I'm going to have to give you a 50 quid because I ain't got it. He said, I said, ha ha. He said, yeah, we're all out of toast.
You've been watching Crocodile Dundee again, haven't you?
Oh dear.
Hang on, let me just read what Jack is. Did you see my other comment?
What other comment?
Roll up, and in it. I've already given him my thumb up. One up the bum, no, I'm done.
Loads of other food, mainly junk food. Yeah, that's right. What was that? Awaken? I don't know what you're trying to say there, mate. It's have you got the story there?
Good day, mate.
Good day. Elephant balls on toast, mate. We ain't got any toast.
No, you can always have a deep fried kangaroo.
I said, give me an alligator sandwich and make it snappy.
You rude man.
I know. Sorry about that.
You will be, mate. I'm coming for you, all right, son.
All right, son.
I'm only kidding.
Leave it out. Leave it out.
Leave it out, mate.
Leave it out. Yeah, good stuff.
Hey, that's quite a you do a good Cockney accent, man.
Yeah, the apples and pears. Leave it out.
Where are you from, Brixton?
Oh, that was so rude.
Nah, from the East End, mate.
Do a Brummy one, come on.
Oh my God, I can't.
Just for the crack.
I'm from.
Speaking of crack,
God,
by the way, I know if you're into that sort of stuff.
Not really.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I do know people.
Look at the comment. That's the comment. That's the comment. That's the comment. There's the comment that she's done about.
Jackie's being quite attentive today. She normally pisses off.
Oh, she doesn't piss
Oops,
off.
I swore. Sorry.
Jackie doesn't piss off. She's usually here the whole time until.
I do apologise, Mr. Wright.
Until it's tea time, and then she buggers off.
You naughty boy.
I know. Terrible. The third Birmingham vlog was good. Yeah, because that was the
Go
last
sit on
one,
the
wasn't
naughty
it?
stuff immediately where the dump his cat.
I'm from Birmingham, I am. I'm going to have a bumpkin.
No, that's Wolverhampton, man. Birmingham is a subtle. I mean, it was like at some point described as the ugliest.
Oh, what's that? I got robbed my bag of all contents on 13. Where was that? Tell me more. Tell me more. I need to know. What was that you got robbed? You got robbed last week. Doesn't sound good, does it? Hey, where's our John? Hello, John, if you there? Are you there? John? Tim?
Don't know why you're asking me.
No, well, it's because I'm doing the show and I'm the host of the show, isn't it, Andrew? So that's why I've got to say it.
What, Andrew?
I wouldn't say it for that. I wouldn't say it for my health, would I? Well, I might. What's your experience with the police?
Naughty man.
That's an interesting question, isn't it? What's your experience with the police? Well, I know your experience.
How is your lovely partner? She's all right, I think.
She's all right, you think? You're not sure? That's
well, she's not been very well recently. I don't want to sort of make this public or anything, but right, she's how do I put this?
We've got a caller coming in, so I'm just gonna.
All right.
Just hold on. We can put it on.
I'll get off the line now. All right,
that's
mate.
All right. Well,
I'll probably call you back in a bit anyway. Right.
Okay. No problem.
All right, mate.
We've got a caller coming in anyway.
Good to talk to you.
All right. Talk to you later.
Standards, mate. Bye.
Talk to you later. If you want to call in, call up, then line is free. Line is free now if you want to call in. Where's Keith? Yeah. Keith. And John. And Tim. Where's Timothy gone? Yeah. You can phone in now. The line is free. Phone in now. The line is free. What's going on there? The line is free. Call in now. Call in now. Please help the poor old man out. Oh, thanks, Jackie. Oh, see,
is it wrong that I was totally aroused by that?
I was. Here's Jackie. 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 What's going on with that? What's going on with that? What's going on with that? Have we got a caller? Is the caller coming in? Do we have a caller? Are you calling? Awaken World, do you want to call in? Timothy, do you want to call in? Call in. Oh, there we go. That one there. Hello.
Andy, how are you?
Hello. I can hardly hear you, my love.
Oh my gosh.
No,
They had my phone, I bet.
That's it. Yeah, I can hear you now.
My phone. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd share my experience to your callers and your listeners of what happened and with disabled people generally.
Good for you.
Would you like to know what happened?
I would love to know what's happened.
Right, as many, I don't know, you might be aware, disabled people in a wheelchair and the lack of care and the things for 2 years, what's going on in England.
Yeah.
Yeah, last Thursday, thought I'd get some late food at the shop, the well-known shop, I won't mention which one, up my road, and went to the casino, only 10 quid bet. I was there till about 1 o'clock, 100 quid. I thought, great.
Wow.
Pardon me, Andy?
That's very good. You won 100 quid.
Yeah, well, I have everything secure. I have a bag over a bag.
Yeah.
So I'm getting echo.
Yeah, don't worry too much. It'll go. It will go eventually. Carry on.
I'm getting a back echo at my end. Are you okay on that end?
Yeah, we're okay this end. It's very annoying. I know.
Going.
You just have to carry on going.
I'll keep going then.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm being monitored on the phone for strange reasons. Anyway, I mind my own business and I'm watching a stream. I'm spiritual stream, you know, and about let my carers know that I won't be out long, you know, and got my keys in my bag and I'll get home. And there's all cameras in the casino. It's only a small place. Very good people in there. Been there a few times, no problem.
Yeah.
And this particular night, this bloke comes out of nowhere. I didn't see him. There was 2 females and 1 male staff, and it's like the bag is like a brick. So you can imagine disabled people. You need bits in your bag just in case you end up in hospital.
Yeah.
So I had phones, I had bank cards, the cash, personal papers, insurance, the keys. Got my flat in there just in case scenario, but it's all secure. Always sitting by the chair next to my wheelchair, no to pinch it. And what happens? This guy comes in out of nowhere like a builder type. All I can see was, I'll get this. He was all apparently dressed in black hat, black outfit. I ain't going to identify him. He leans over the high chair next to me and literally lifts up the bag and runs out the door with everything in it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a cheek.
I screamed. I never, ever, ever react like that. And I screamed in panic and shock. And the first thing I thought, I ain't going to get in my flat and I can't ring my carers because my phone's in that bag.
Oh, no.
And my cash let me know what's happened. So the staff called 999. I didn't. And don't get me wrong, those that turned up, the one female, the one police bloke turns up, they meant well, because I'm in shock, I can't respond. I'm literally not talking very well, and the two females are talking to the police and the staff, what they saw. One female, and they never do this normally, and I appreciate it, don't get me wrong, they offered one female to walk me home in my wheelchair. I'm in a wheelchair, and she's walking straight.
Yeah.
I get to the home, and there were 2 panda cars outside, 4 police blokes, and they had a bag of tricks on them, the tools. Well, they could have logically used in my block of flats, you've got a criminal board with the out of hours emergency number for housing that I went from. And they could have used that number, got a locksmith out to drill the locks. No.
Yeah.
The police didn't think about that, did they?
No.
I told them that. Ignored me. And instead used a massive red button rattan, like they're going to break in for a drug trade.
Oh.
Yeah, and bash my door down.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. And the locks broke. All of them.
No.
And by 2:30 in the morning, this was now, come the same day, I'm still in shock. And I just realised in my coat I'd put the spare phone, the one they didn't take, because I had it on me watching streaming. And it's my carer's phone. And I'm temporarily had use of it. And thank God. And then I was able to ring them up. But the police are saying to me this comment. I have a key safe. Oh, they're hacking into me, are they? Sorry, my alarm. Sorry, I hope you can still hear. I have a key safe, right? I don't need to use because I got abused by carers over the years. So I've got my own arrangement. Private arrangements I pay for, and we have our own arrangements for keys and access to my home to care for me, right? So I don't need to explain all this to the bloody police. But they were trying to raise that as a like a dig, their body language, their comment. I'm in shock, so I can't really respond much into the. I first thing I'd realise is to click on my audio recording on my phone. So I've got evidence of everything.
Oh, good. That's good. That's good news that you've got that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And when I listen back, I can see they made mistakes. And it's like that. It's like I look back on it. Oh, it was like it was deliberate robbery.
Oh, really? You reckon?
Yeah, because I'm dealing with so much. You know, where so many people are being pushed into care instead of getting care in their own home.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're hearing about things going on now, aren't you? Well, they were trying to do that. I don't need that because I'm, as you can hear, competent, very capable of dealing with minor affairs, etc.
That's right.
So they were trying to label me, and housing won't repair my flat for 4 years.
What?
And it all leads to, for 4 years, my wet room won't repair it. And it's all leading to date where it looks like that I'm incompetent, I'm at risk. You know how they are with raising up false information about your personal life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now with all these big robbery with the police involved, and because of that, so I had a gut feeling this was going to be a stitch-up job.
Yeah.
Why would they go to? Why? I had to make sure it's not like I'm making it up because of the shock. I had to leave it a few days to think in and listen to the audio recordings. And so just because of this, you know what, jabby in the arm, my rejection of that offer. My personal reasons, lawful reasons. I know about law, so I know all these years. In England, it's not just a robbery. It's not just a block to housing. They were trying to get me for, you ready for this one? 21 years keeping a civil matter open. You don't do that in England. To try and push a payment of 14 grand on me for a crime that happened in 2002.
Right, so they're trying to put that on you.
Yeah, when you know the DWP rules is, if you're over 6 grand savings, it's extra benefit, so you can't take that 14 grand from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I sent the recovery of benefits at chapter 27, and it's 1997, all the documents off to the relevant parties, local, national, that I'm dealing with for the past X amount of years, to clearly say that I'm competent, capable, make a decision, and this is the only reason why I can't take the offer. Why wasn't I told this a long time ago? So I did an affidavit. So I had all document. I know how to do all that stuff. If I wasn't competent, why I wouldn't be able to do all that, would I?
Yeah, that's right. You wouldn't. No.
Yeah. So I did all that, and I resent it off again. And because I've ignored it for 8 months, and out the blue before Christmas, another letter to question that and the capacity part. So I again did the rebuttal 4 times now, and just recently sent it off on top of everything else that's happened, because, from my opinion, it comes across they're trying to use this recent robbery as an excuse. For some whatever reason, they want to drum up this time to get me out of the flat, for one, so they won't have to pay out for the big repairs they should have done for 4 years. To use an excuse could be as a public health concern because they haven't repaired it, and the way, and then they could use a question mark about my capacity to realise what I'm living like. I'm already,
You already know that. Yeah, you're living it every day. That's right. Yeah, I know. Crazy.
And then because you have to laugh at this part, because these Ministry of Justice or agents, judges, were questioning my style of writing. Hold on, it was all typed up.
What? Style of writing? What the hell's that got to do with
it? They're clutching at straws and making up anything to make me look incompetent.
Yeah. It seems very strange, doesn't it? It's like really. It's like one of those conspiracy theories that you can't really get your head around it.
Well, I've worked it out because I keep documents, I keep a journal, I keep audio evidence, and I have to make sure the dates lined up and not think down that road and make sure it's not conspiracy, because I'm not into all that. I go on facts and figures and things.
That's right.
And therefore, when you're doing your documents, you keep out certain keywords so it doesn't give that impression. You don't play in their hand. You have a card up the sleeve just in case. Right, so that's gone off. And when I had a cold call visit on the 17th, Monday just gone, almost a week now, at my door in the corridor by the same 2 police constables, guess what? They had their body cameras filming, and I looked it up. What they, I'm going to say next about that one. Well, I looked it up. They should notify anyone if you're going to be recorded before the interaction. It's national policy of the College of Policing and Home Office.
That's right, because they say who they are, and as they're turning it on, they say, "I'm now filming you," so you know.
They didn't.
No.
They didn't do that at the door, and I'm still in shock. And I didn't even think to question that. Luckily, I knew not to open my door fully because I couldn't, because it's still damaged, right? So I'm in my wheelchair. It's like a comedy thing, really, if I think about it. And I bet you it was just seen that they wanted to see what my reaction was on camera. That's what I got feeling. And I was calm. And I was noticed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just wondering because as you sort of implicated earlier, maybe they are trying to do something under the Health Act, because there is the 84 Health Act, which if you're not seen to be compos mentis, then they can do things to you without your permission. So maybe they're looking to go down that road.
Yes, and that's what I just found my old documents where they tried to set me up on that 2017 when they refused to do my flat. And when I had a heart attack and stroke, because I got one over years ago, and the shock of them not repairing it caused that. And the police then had to break in to get the ambulance crew in and get me to hospital at that period. So long story short, I was led to believe in 2018 all these assessments for care and stuff I was meant to have. Long story short, they failed. So you know the Healthcare Ombudsman Service where they investigate complaints?
Right.
Well, the report come out that this area is national first for the smart city anyway for UK. Well, the document in the 17th of April 2019 confirmed the maladministration in every regard for me and disabled people in my area. And the only remedy was, get this, was an OT assessment by the very people that failed me.
Oh, no. That's just...
So, all due respect, I thought, well, you know, I know about contract law, and I found out that the very old company in my area, the county council, I got all the information, or the company information anyway, had changed since the 1st of last year to a new company. There's not even a diplomatic type company anymore. It's all dictation and control powers up there. Anyway, I produced that too to show that they need one's consent to authorise, any offers a contract, provide the full disclosure, what requirements you can offer you think you may be, what were the lockdowns and the coronavirus. I'm conscious of not being, to imply I might be required to go to one of their offers or placements, i.e. a care home. And you know how all that business is getting out recently with people, things happening to them.
Right.
And
that's right. Don't really
do you
want to
think
be
I'm
in
going to
there,
go
do
somewhere
you?
like that?
Not really. No. You don't really want to go into one of those.
Nope. So I was very careful declined. And when the assumption said they needed to send somebody around to assess my ability to make a decision for not taking this compensation payment. You what? I've never heard of that. This is an offer of contract. It's got nothing to do with my ability to make a decision.
Can I just ask? You don't have to tell me, but what was the compensation for in the original?
Unfortunately, in 2002, I had a serial killer. It turns out to be a well-known one. I won't go into all that because it's just a nightmare what the press did to me as well. It was attempted murder.
Okay, and that was compensation for that?
That was what was being offered, and the old lawyers didn't let me know years ago all this information. I had to find out myself.
But as far as I'm aware, if you get offered money for something, you don't have to take it. It's not law.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't see what the problem is. I mean, they've just saved themselves some money for God's sake. I don't know your case, in depth, but I would say that's probably a bit silly, isn't it? That you don't have to.
Because I would, because I checked this with the bank as well recently. I said nobody can force you to take a payment, and let alone the recent letter to say, "Oh, does she have a bank account we can pay into?" They still need a consent and your signature on the documents to do that.
So essentially, what they're doing is because you refuse to take some money, they're trying to make you out to be a nut job, so they can put you in a home and lock you up. And take the money. That beggars belief.
Oh no, and then get me robbed.
And then get you robbed just to make it worse. Yeah.
To imply that, she's vulnerable, she's this, she's that, whatever they want to make up. So I was looking at earlier the policy when I saw you go live, and to do with the partnership working with since 21, this past year, 2021, of the partnership for adult safeguarding procedures and referrals and things like that. And I found it's exactly the same people that was stitched me up, tried to in 2017. It didn't work because I did my rebuttal then.
Mm.
So,
Somebody just put a little message here. Tone dial said you can send a letter of disclaim. I presume they mean by that you write a letter saying that you disclaim this award and you do not wish to accept it.
yeah,
Have you
thank
done
you.
that?
I did that. I've
Yeah.
done that since 2019. I did all this since 2011.
Yeah.
And nobody got back to me for 5 years.
No, well.
Okay. And then they said, I'm not contacting them. And this is when I had my strokes and got one over on top. And then from that was nobody contact me since 2019. Okay, when I started getting set up with the housing and everything else going on.
Yeah.
And then they reopened the case, the clerk, to imply I wasn't working with them. Started off that way.
Well, they do that, yeah. If you don't comply, then they find ways around it, don't they? It's like anything. You know, they will find a way.
I shut them up basically with their own documents, their own law this is fraud, and it affects my benefits, and I'll be owing more than 14 grand from the date because it backdated to the date of the crime of 2002.
Because you have to be very careful, because if you get housing benefit, it's only 6 grand that you can have. I mean,
that's right.
If you're on benefit, like for example PIP, then it's unlimited up to 16k for most people. But who can afford to take a 14k? Because you're going to be paying your own rent then, aren't you?
Yeah. And I will be left with nothing because all that will be paid back to DWP because the crime itself caused me not being able to work when I was going to set up my business. So that's the only reason I claimed at that period all those years ago. And I didn't know anything about law until I started learning in 2012, and I know a lot more now. So I had to do my own law, be my own lawyer, and it's like on top. So empowerment of individuals with disabilities, it doesn't stop you, but you have to be assertive in honour and lawfully.
It's all too easy to get railroaded.
Yes, and even if you've got relatives that are older and they don't know their rights, and it's worth. And so many people now waking up, aren't they, Andy? With so many other subjects at the moment going on, isn't there?
There is.
And the world is changing quite quickly with the technology age, and it is. I just shared this because it wasn't just the robbery. You know, it's the background, and then how they're going to use it moving forward, how
it's just suspicious. Full stop. I mean, I don't know half of it, what your background or whatever, but for me, it just sounds very, very suspicious. Really does.
Yes. You see, years ago, Andy, I used to be when I was able-bodied. I uncovered a lot of. I have to put a ledge for your protection and my protection, your channel protection. Okay. For how the procedure and things go, and anyone can listen, and who knows, joining in your chat and stuff. I uncovered a serious paedophilia ring. Okay, in the late 90s, and when I was helping my son and his friend, who his dad didn't want to know because their mum died and their kid died, and so I took him under my wing, gave him make sure he was off the streets, make sure he was fed, and I went to social services to get help with the lad. I didn't realise key political people were part of this paedophilia ring at the time, and this lad was quite young at the time. And he got turned away. I got blocked to get him help, and I did the best I could in the circumstances. And I tried to get his dad to see what he needed to do for his son. And in the end, he got abused by the paedophilia ring, and they were well connected. And all these years on, that individual is now an adult in his own right. And unfortunately, those people are in high positions to date in this area.
Untouchable,
And therefore, it's like the very ones I dealt with all those years ago are now head of the police.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds about right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sounds quite common, doesn't it? It's
I've never, ever, ever blogged, posted anything anywhere about anything I know. And one of the individuals is well connected to them is right next door.
Oh, wow.
And that's who's been trying to get me out ever since I moved in.
Wow.
Making up loads of defamatory information about my private life, which I try to constantly rebut. So, yeah, there's a history with that, with events that's happened to me. I've got one over since I moved in, this, that, and the other, and here we are today.
Here we are today. My goodness, what a life. That's amazing.
I could write a book one day, but in the meantime, I've got to keep going. And it is a war. It is a spiritual war, and it is demonic. And there's a lot of things. Not saying everything is. There is hope, but just be smart, everybody out there. I've shared this today for people out there, just in case they don't know. Get knowledgeable in your lawful rights. That Andy's showing, what he's sharing for disabled people especially, it's brilliant, because there's not many people like him out there. And so thank you for everything you're doing, Andy.
To say that. Very kind. And that was one of my aims originally, to be able to do that. And as you say, there aren't many. There are a couple, but they don't do exactly what I do. And there are a couple of content creators, but they tend to do sort of general stuff, and there's nothing really like this, I don't think, unless somebody can prove me wrong. I think this show is unique.
It is. The individual that said send a letter or disclaim. Could you, if he's able, he or she in your chat, could they elaborate what they mean disclaim?
Well, it's disclaim is I think the implication is that you are telling them that you disclaiming any sort of requirement to have or desire to have any sort of compensation for anything that's happened. You want to distance yourself from that, and obviously you said earlier, but you've done it already, so it's really, you've already done that, I think.
Yeah, that's what I saw. And reference with dealing with, because they were trying to say we need a statement off you. Well, if they were genuinely wanted the police to take a statement off me, because I was promised to call Thursday, just gone, and then the Saturday, just gone, it was going to be up the road in the Guildhall, where it's meant to be impartial, it's not always. So it's not my home, so I'm not alone with them, because you don't, when you learn how to deal with the police, you don't learn them in your home, because they can use anything then.
Oh, yeah. And they'll be looking around as well. Don't forget, if there's two of them, you've got to be very, very aware that they'll be looking around at what you've got in the house. They'll be looking for stuff that's out on the table or on the sideboard. If you get any visitors, you need to make sure you put stuff away, because it's like my office here is a mess, but you come in here, you can't see anything personal because it's all been put away somewhere,
Yeah, thank you. Your members in the chat is sending regards. I can't pronounce your names. Jackie Love, I think.
Yeah, it's Jackie, that is.
Yeah. And then the other colleague, your in the chat, mentioned what the legal term is. So thank you. Thank you very much for your kind comment. So I'll leave it with you. Have a lovely rest of the day, everybody, best you can. And my fight continues. And
good luck. And of course, you've got, as Jackie says there, you have a family here that you can rely on. So do feel free to take part and enjoy what we do. Yeah,
absolutely. Blessings to you all, and take care.
Thank you for phoning in. That's very kind. All right.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Right. There we go. Very good. Well done. Thank you. And oh my goodness, some people, you think you look back, you think, oh, my life's pretty hard, but then you look at this to somebody else, you think, wow, what are they going through at the moment of for their life? I mean, you think about that, that's probably a long time that they've been going through that, because that was, I know there was 2001 mentioned there, so that's 20 odd years. I mean, to go through that, it's a long time. It really is. And, But we all have to remember that other people are living lives, and they may not be enjoying life as well as we are. So we have to put out our thoughts to them and wish them well. And of course, I hope that they can sort it out. And, it's very difficult in this life because of the oppression, not only from DWP, but everybody really. I mean, it's not so bad as far as I can sort of say. But I've had abuse. I've had abuse. It's not good to get. And you have to live to learn with it, learn to live with it rather. But we shouldn't really have to do that. We shouldn't really have to do that because unfortunately, people will carry on doing it. And certainly in the case of this channel and the other channel, we have the persistent idiot. I know it's only maybe one idiot, but it's very, very frustrating and annoying that they can waste their time. And I'm happy for them to waste their time because at the moment, the way it's set up, nobody sees what they do. So only me, and I don't really care because I would just delete it. And I'm talking about particularly comments and things like this that they leave. And as you can see from the chat window, there was somebody who commented who's been deleted, permanently deleted, and they seem to make accounts. They make false accounts just to come on the show, which is like really, really sad. Sad that they have the time to do that. But yeah, as you say there, Jackie, there are hopefully more good people than bad. I mean, the bad is the minority, I know. And of course, if we're talking about the trolls here, then yes, they are. They are maybe one, maybe two. I don't know. We have. Good evening, good afternoon, Rob.
Hello, mate.
Hello. How you doing?
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you just about. Yeah. Hello.
Just putting my headset in, actually.
Yeah, put your headset in. It would probably be better because then you won't
get
feedback.
Technical crisis.
Yeah. So
on the edge of my technical know-how, there, just plugging my headphones in.
Oh God.
But that was quite that call belonged on national radio, you know.
Yeah, Rob, I know, and this
it really did.
This is the stories that we have, mate. This is it.
You know,
it's horrendous
because I mean, these kinds of historical issues are a real. No one wants to go there.
No.
No one wants to go there. It can be excused, perhaps, for example, if it's to do with the education field, it could be. You could say, well, it's all changed, and the place is flourishing now. Why subject the students now to historical wrongdoings and tarnish the reputation of whatever place it is now?
Yeah.
But I think that is one acceptable reason for deploying the rather large carpet to what has happened in the past.
Yeah.
Probably the only one. Probably the only acceptable reason is why make the current generation of student bodies suffer now? Why increase?
I think you could correlate that to the idea of that they want to remove all the statues in the country, don't they? Because they don't like the idea that these people were bad people in the past. But why do we need to go that far? Why do we need? Let's just move on from that. Let's just accept that they did things like slavery, things like that, and just move on and accept it. Why do we need to knock it all down and try and ignore it and try to hide it? So you're quite right in that. Let's move on from that. We need to learn. I need to learn a lesson, but we need to move on. And bringing up all of the historical stuff is not going to help, really, is it? It's not going to help anybody.
It's not. But then, of course, you have to look at the methods that are required in order to get that result. And you have to look at the legal procedures and exactly how overstuffed the already rather large carpet has to become. And how people like the last caller do become victims. Even if 3/4 of what she says is accurate, it sounds like she's bearing a burden that no one is prepared to face up to.
Definitely.
And
as I said,
luckily she's quite smart.
Yeah, and as I said in my preamble, it was 20 plus years as well now, so it's a hell of a time to have to go through all of that. So it's a long time.
But the unanswered questions, in one's life, time goes so fast, do ebb and flow. I mean, if I look back to my school, there is a historical case that was dealt with some 40 years later. Not very well. I mean, looking through the reporting on it, the first thing I see as a student in the very boarding house, was that all the dates were wrong.
Yeah.
Which to me implies a backroom agreement between prosecution and the defence to make it so.
Yeah.
So when you get that kind of glaring inaccuracy in a judgment, a light sentence, and a fattening of the rather large carpet, you think, well, that's just one instance, one man responsible finally becoming somewhat tarnished by his past.
Yeah.
How many more?
Well, probably loads.
And
it's a
and
corrupt
what
system,
kind of precedence does that make now? Because you could say there is motivation within the structures that we all are bound by. There is a motivation in oversight to be very harsh on certain aspects of our society and to be extra lenient on a very specific kind of unpalatable behavior, which encroaches so much on our civil society, the unwritten moral code that the law is supposed to prop up and support. And there are such egregious oversteppings that when they come to light, it's all hands on deck to make sure that no waves are made. So this is something that we're with right now, and one could suppose that human nature is a very tamed but wild beast, and a return to the kind of street or people running around towns with torches and in the middle of the night and setting properties ablaze and flushing people out and throwing them in the river and all that kind of thing, obviously is a hiding to nothing.
Yeah.
So it's a very delicate balance, really.
Yeah.
Because, but the thing is, you see, is, we've seen it. I mean, we've seen the kind of, most recently, you could say the Tommy Robinson affair, the Yaxley Lennon kind of area, where one man seems to take the burden upon his shoulder and pay he's lost his wife now, I understand, his family. And that was the one thing he seemed to be really precious about, and he's even lost that.
Oh no.
So yeah, apparently they're not, they can't be under the same roof because various things. And if you followed the story at all, there's some very strange things happened, or nasty things happened, aimed directly at his family, where he lives, all that kind of thing.
I mean, people are very judgmental, aren't they, as far as he's concerned? They hear his name and they just assume things that they're probably not true. And I think I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. And as you say, people in that position, they do take on a role. They take on the role of the burden for a particular avenue. And certainly a lot of his stuff that he's done has been for good. It's been for the good. And yet he's still, he's in prison, been imprisoned. As you say, he's lost his family. Lots of things have happened to him. But many years ago, when he set out to do all that, I bet he didn't think that in a few years' time he would be in the position he's in now. It's like really, really sad. But he's doing the thing that nobody else will do.
But it is a large extension, loft extension, underground extension, front extension, side extension. It's a huge undertaking of extensions on what your caller was talking about, perhaps what I alluded to. This whole thing of, okay, there's been wrongdoings. Now, how do we deal with the fallout, and what is the price in terms of increasing suffering, rightly or wrongly, for either one person or perhaps even a whole group of people? How do we deal with it? But the underlying thing, I think, is that at some point you get to the position, or some people get to the position where they're gatekeepers of so much information that I would imagine they themselves become corrupted by it. It's impossible not to be. So it's
a very, very deep subject today. I'm sure people
is.
Yeah, people are listening. They're going, "Good God, for a Sunday afternoon."
But I know. But she alluded very, very courageously to what sounded like
definitely
a series of wrongdoing upon tragedy. So instead of meeting with sympathy and with a very mature, big picture kind of acceptance and, charity even, she's met with ignorance and groupthink and whitewashing and stuff like that. And I think that is perhaps encourages the kind of it's not exactly rule breaking, but it's the twisting of the narratives that we see in so many areas now of our society. And yes, cancel culture, wokeism, the whole thing. Before you know it, you don't even know which toilet to use anymore. It gets very insistent in its
crazy.
ability to push one narrative over another by people who have themselves become corrupted by the kind of influence and the information that they have and they hold.
Yeah.
And of course, money.
Oh yeah, we mustn't forget that. Mustn't forget
Now,
that.
I don't know how uncorruptible I am, but no one's ever offered me the kind of money that would make me particularly swear allegiance to anyone and become a troll of your show, you know, and got to try to get you taken off air or something. But you know, this is the kind of where it goes. You know, you get a sniff of some serious money, and all of a sudden, you can see exactly how kind of basically most of humanity is just a waste of time. You know, very few people are going. You know, I asked my dad what my grandmother died of, and he said boredom. Boredom, you know.
God.
And he lit a lamp in his heart and his being that said, "I'm not going to die of boredom." And he was a very interesting guy, very full of faults and a bit of a drunk, but a very interesting guy. Very impatient, intelligent, interesting man. In a hurry, and his one problem was that he couldn't kiss up to authority. You know, and he resented authority, and wanted to do it all his own way, and you know, was largely successful in fulfilling that kind of fulfilling that kind of position with the world, within the world. You know, his attitude was very much, when you're dead, you're dead. Everything else is a cop out.
Exactly. You know, you've only got one life. You only live one life. You need to use it.
And
yeah, definitely. Wow, very good. Excellent subject.
So, my friends, there you go. I just wanted to phone in. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but I think we did okay. Yeah,
we did okay, didn't we? And we should be national, shouldn't we? Really, we should be on the national arena. To be fair.
Yeah, but if this was national arena, by now you would have interrupted me 15 times trying to debunk everything I say and telling me to get a life.
Rob,
next call, please.
Rob, get a life.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we're open here, as you know. We're open to any discussion, and I don't talk sense myself, so I don't really know. I don't have the authority to contradict what you're saying. You know, you're entitled to your own opinions, and I'm entitled to mine. You know,
well, it goes everywhere. I mean, I watched your video about your visa problems, and there's just another example of it. There's just another example of people who can't think for themselves. Just
it's bureaucracy. It's doing my
afraid to think for themselves. As far as they're concerned, they can sleep well at night.
And it's a frustration.
Doing the kind of things to you, really, which are very discriminatory.
They are, and it's like I just they sit in their little tower up there, and they don't care about the real lives that they're affecting. You know,
and what's more, we hear quite often they help people break the law quite often if they're friends or something,
exactly.
You know, or family members, you know, they're shipping them in.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder if Priti Patel's got all her family here, you know, all her uncles and aunties and stuff living here, because I'm sure she has.
I hate to think like that, but I'm afraid I don't know what it is, but there's something within me that is, as much as I appreciate the forward motion of time and change and nature abhorring a vacuum, and if you don't know what you want, someone else will tell you what you want, and all those kind of truisms and kind of full stops on you know, that you come to realize, you know, some people are winners and some people are just kind of hanging on, you know. And I do think that we are being subjected to a very demoralizing campaign of everything has to be replaced. Something they don't like the English.
No.
They don't like the English. I mean, why? Historically, I mean, even Wellington said the English soldier. He referred to us as the scum of the earth, enlisted for beer.
Indeed.
And the only thing that made, he did.
Indeed,
it's a quote from Wellington.
Yeah.
The scum of the earth enlisted for beer. And the only reason we were able to form a square and fight as a unit and outperform opposition when face to face, marching across, running across, riding across, crawling across open land to do battle was discipline. And that was done through very harsh punishments. 500 lashes for forgetting your kit bag. 500 lashes for refusing to hold your kit bag in the right way or something.
Yeah.
I remember I've got one historical. That was one of the most. It was so historically noted that it made it into one of the books I've got. A couple of guys got 500 lashes each to do with not having the right kit at the right place at the right time.
Wow.
And obviously they had to start and stop a few times, but it was carried out.
Wow.
And that is how the British Army became the British Army. It wasn't because we're particularly different or any more hungry for violence than the next man. It's just that we were forced to put down the beer bottle and beaten into a line and march to the front. And a little bit of King and Country and a few posters saying your country needs you, and we were there. Now they don't want that to happen again. This is why they beat down any kind of Yaxley Lennon nationalist, what about me kind of thing, or hey, hang on, stop there, this is going too far. They absolutely throw it as hard as they can off a cliff because they know they've decided the world is going to be different from that somehow. But I'm afraid the suffering we have to go through in terms of relearning how to live with each other. I'm not saying things were great. Remember, my grandma died of boredom. So whatever it is, I don't know. We won't be around to see it. But, it's a pretty painful birth, whatever it is.
Yes, it will be. Probably be good when it's done.
Yeah, the proof is in the eating.
That's right. Yeah. Well, that's good.
God bless you. I'll make way for another call.
All right. Thanks, Rob. Cheers. Have a good day.
Cheers, Andy.
Thanks for calling. Great. Let's say hello to John Batchelor.
I'll be your bachelor boy, and that's the way I'll stay.
Let's say hello to Big Dick. And there was somebody else. Who was it? Oh, Starlight. Hello, Starlight. And Tone Dial. Hello. Yeah, and anybody else I've missed, hello to you as well. And Tim's back, is he? All right, Tim. So lots of good comments there. Go woke, get broke. Starlight. Way. Of course, it is currently 5:23 p.m. 5:23. So if you'd like, Tim, if you want to give us a call, if you're still there, or John. Apparently, John was buying a car. Evening, guys, was away buying a car. That sounds good. Where are we? Thumbs up. Tommy, yeah. Get on. Too many famous people have skeletons. Too many famous people. I think a lot of people have skeletons in their closets, don't they? I've got clothes in mine. So yes, it would be good if we were bigger than we are on the channel, because obviously we are doing a good thing. So just to remind you, I'll do this now while we've still got time. If you are there, please feel free to support the channel. Patreon, you can do. You can do a YouTube membership program, or you can do the website www. Where is it? There it is. www.talkingready.co.uk. Go and sign up for a monthly membership to help out the channel, pay the bills. Here's all the people that we have so far who are paying good money to help the channel keep going and pay the bills. It's very expensive to pay everything, and if you can't do that, then please support the channel by subscribing. You can do that on brand YouTube and Odyssey, and preferably do all three, because set it way up out. Because the videos are put onto brand YouTube and Odyssey that you would not normally see on YouTube, because YouTube is censored. So a lot of the videos we can't put on there. So if you are interested in seeing other videos that are slightly more risque, then brand YouTube and Odyssey is the place that you need to go. So don't forget to subscribe. 1726. Today it's the 23rd. Everything is due to end, isn't it? Very soon this week, I think. Is it the 25th or 26th? Sometimes this week it's supposed to be everything is finishing. You know, the old the Naparoonies and everything else is supposed to be ending. But interesting. There will be a video going out on BNT about that very subject, because I don't think it's as real as people think. They think it's gonna, even abroad, they're saying how wonderful it is that mandates are finishing, the nappies are finishing, and basically, I don't think it's true. But they are telling people in Canada and Thailand that we're now without everything. And of course, in Ireland, they're doing the same thing. So I don't think it's true. I think it's all a scam. But there will be a video about that you can go and watch. Tad's fine. Tad's lovely. Yeah, Dad is lovely. Dad is lovely. Dad is fine. We went out yesterday. We went out Friday. Took him out to dinner. We took him out to the Hungry Horse. It was all right, but my steak was horrible. Yeah, not a good steak. But we took him out, and Dad paid. As my sister said, you can pay. We'll take you out, but you can pay. And if you haven't seen it already, there's a video out today. It's about Bristol. Yesterday, went to Bristol. Unfortunately, didn't see a lot. And yeah, it was pretty much Hungry Hustler was a great salty caramel sundae. Not anymore, Big Dick. They only had four desserts, and they were horrible. Hey, we got a call. Hello.
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 Hello, Miss Sandy.
Hello.
I heard that you took us down to the Hungry Horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you feed the horse? Huh? Well, what's it about? You didn't feed the horse, did you?
What is it about?
And he was hungry.
Yeah, he was angry. Very angry.
That's not good.
Have you got
Gotta
hungry
feed the
horses?
horse.
Have you got hungry horses in Wales?
No.
You haven't got any. What have you got in Wales then?
You know what we got? Play the jingle.
Play the jingle?
You know what we got in Wales, don't you?
What? Ivor the engine?
No, the other jingle.
Oh, you mean.
That's it. That's the one.
You mean them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
All fluffy. Yeah.
Yeah, all fluffy. And very nice.
So you went in the hungry horse, and the horse was hungry, and you didn't feed the horse.
No, I didn't feed the horse. No, sorry.
Well, that's not good enough.
I know.
And then you didn't like a steak, did you? Or
no, it was a rump steak, and it was horrible. It was horrible.
The horse didn't eat the steak, is it?
No, I could have given it. I could have given the horse. I could have given the steak to the horse, couldn't I?
Yeah, you could have. You wouldn't have been hungry, then.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Lloyd.
Well, I'm looking into now Thailand now. I looked at all the rules, checking all the boxes, and I'm like going now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah.
You're gonna go? Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at all the rules from the Thai embassy website.
When you going then?
And then it says it doesn't say nothing about Welsh people can't go, so
it definitely
it's
does.
all right.
Have you not seen that? It definitely says
No,
that you cannot go.
no, it's not in there.
It definitely says that. It says that Welsh people cannot go.
Is it?
Yeah, definitely.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
no,
it's
I've never seen that in there.
Test and go, but not for Wales.
So I've seen the flights from Amsterdam. Well, I mean from Cardiff to Amsterdam, and then to Thailand.
Yeah. With who?
So KLM.
They're going to go with KLM. And how much is that? How much is that?
That's I think it's about 300.
300 one way or both ways?
One way, but then you pay 300. No, sorry, I think it was less. I think it was about 220 it was, or something like that, for both ways.
220 for both ways?
No, each, like 220 out and 220 back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically 450 quid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. Amsterdam, that's via Amsterdam, and it's
KLM,
55-minute transfer at Amsterdam airport.
Is that Schiphol?
Schiphol, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's 55-minute transfer
Yeah,
for going out, and
it's not too bad.
and it's 1 hour. 1 hour and 10 minutes when you come back to transfer
and
get back to Cardiff.
Is that going to Cardiff then? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to go from Cardiff to your house.
Hmm?
From Cardiff to your house.
Yeah.
What's that? How
No
long's
problem.
that? How long's that?
Huh? No long.
What? 2'6"?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 minutes, half an hour, 4 hours, I don't know.
Depends, but
depends if you're walking.
2 hours. Hmm?
Depends if you're walking.
Depends.
Yeah.
If you walk in, it's like a week, but
a week.
Yeah, if you walk in, but
yeah,
it depends what mode of transport you take.
Ooh, that's posh. So when you going then?
When I'm going, not telling you, it's a secret.
What do you mean? Not telling me it's a secret? It's not
I'm
a
not,
secret.
I'm not telling you the date.
Why not?
Or the time.
Why not?
It's a secret, darling.
Why not?
Because not even I know yet.
Because you don't know yet.
It's so secret, not even I know.
Yeah, it's so secret that you don't know.
No. Like when we wear t-shirts, innit?
Yeah.
Says that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to Thailand, but I don't know when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I planned it. I planned it all. I know the times. I know everything, but I don't know what date and I don't know when.
All right. That's okay then. Jackie says, is that your real voice or are you putting it on?
Putting them all on.
You're putting it all on. Oh, God. That's funny.
Yeah, so there you are.
Yeah, that's good news.
Could be happy days. Could be.
Days.
I don't know. Yeah, wait and see.
Days. Yeah, well.
Have to wait and see.
That sounds like good.
You know, PCR tests. Look at all that. 72 hours before you leave, you need the PCR test, and when you arrive.
Yeah. Well, you'll be tested go.
I got it all. It's a big long list. Like, you know, I have to keep refreshing my memory on it. Like, from the Thai embassy. You know, all the rules.
Changes every day.
Yeah, it does say that it changes. Like,
yeah, you can't keep up with it really.
Oh.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So, anything you want me to tell Tad when I go there?
Oh, tell her I'll see her soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, don't mind if I stay over Tad's there.
We got a spare room.
Be all right.
We got a spare room.
It's all right. That's okay. No need.
Why? Why is that?
Spare room full.
We got a spare room.
Put my shoes on.
You put your shoes in.
Put my luggage in the spare room.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough. Oh dear.
Hairy muff. That's what they say.
Hairy muff.
Hairy muff.
Hairy muff.
Yeah. Hairy muff.
Hairy muff. Oh dear God.
So anyway, I'm sure Chuck be happy about it, isn't he?
Are you going to go and see Chuck? You going to go and see him?
Yeah, he's only just stopped complaining on his YouTubes, haven't he, Chuck? He's only he said the other day he's going to stop moaning about everything. So
what's he moaning about?
He's going to be happy when they go out there.
What's he moaning about?
He'd be moaning all over again.
Yeah, what's he moaning about? What?
I don't know, something about his pension's running out or something.
Oh, okay.
Who's getting enough pension or something? I don't know what it is.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, that'll be the American government, wouldn't it? Trying to rip people off.
That'd be his crappy pension.
Oh yeah, could be.
Look, I'm just joking, Chuck.
Hey.
God, like, they had enough stick when they said about him parking in the disabled spot.
Oh, don't.
That was just a joke. You got right shirty about it. Oh, did you say that? Oh, you know, it was put there. He was there. They parked there anyway. Cool down. I was joking. You can park anywhere in Thailand. Sabay.
Sabay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know.
That's right.
God, right.
Exactly. Sabay.
So, how's the toilet watch going, Andy?
I don't know. Are you watching it?
Have you any new toilets?
Yeah. Got one yesterday. Got one yesterday, which I need to make. I videoed it yesterday. It was a Green King pub.
Oh, there you are.
Nice. Very nice.
Very good.
Yeah.
And I suppose you're going to do a toilet watch on my toilet, or
on your toilet?
Would that be danger money? I think
on
it
your
would need
toilet?
danger money.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
maybe
to
not
do a vlog on my toilet, like, you know.
Is it
do a toilet watch, like, you know, on my toilet. I don't think you come out alive up there.
No, I don't know what you've got in there, do I?
You know,
well, them sheep.
So like a war zone.
Yeah, well, those sheep, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I am a bit scared.
Speaking of war zones, any chance of you going to Ukraine to do a few vlogs there, Andy, or not? No? Huh? No, any chance?
No.
Yeah?
No, I don't
Are you
think
just on the board, on the Ukraine border, on the Ukraine, that's easy for you to say, you know, on the Ukraine border? There's excellent places to go up there. You can do a few
very
vlogs.
nice. I mean, the actual
disabled access for the Russian tanks, for instance, you know.
Russian tanks?
Yeah. Disabled access.
Yeah.
Russian people are disabled too, innit?
Well, yeah.
I mean, if they stuck up on that border, there's got to be a disabled tank commander there somewhere who needs to park his tank. Huh? Innit? You know, he's got to have his blue badge on his red badge up there, innit? For Russians upload. So that might be a bit confusing for Ukrainians. So, yeah, but, you know, disabled, could do a disabled thing for Russian, you know, for disabled Russian troops on the front there.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, that'd be good.
The parking spaces and things, you know.
And parking in a red badge zone.
Yeah, they got to have parking spaces like anyone else, innit?
Yeah,
you know, and there's no point having a Russian disabled tank parking on top of some poor little, you know, on top of a mobility scooter, for instance. You could be there going along in a mobility scooter. Next minute, a Russian tank goes on you on the mobility crushes it. I mean, would that look on your vlogs?
It wouldn't look good, would it?
It wouldn't look good at all, see. So you would need to get sort it all out there, make sure they got the disabled stuff all sorted, and disabled toilets.
That's it. And the
sorted. Because, you know.
Yeah. Now.
Anyway, on that, like, you know.
One thing, Lloyd, one thing to remember, okay, mate?
There is no planet blah.
There's no planet blah.
Blah, blah, blah. There is no planet blah.
There is no planet blah.
So anyway, Mr. Andy, I'll leave you to it.
Okay,
and
buddy.
Leave you to your planning for your trip to the Ukraine and disabled toilets for Russian tanks.
Yeah. That sounds good. I like that.
Huh?
I like that idea.
It'd be good.
Yeah, it'd be very good.
It'd be good, wouldn't it?
Fantastic.
You know, you'd be able to send shipments of, I don't know, mobility scooters out there, you know, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wheelchairs. To go along with what the anti-tank missiles that Britain are sending, you could be in charge of mobility scooters for the Russian tanks.
Yeah, or
wheelchairs. Commanders,
and wheelchairs.
You know. Huh?
Yeah, wheelchairs.
You could. No, electric motor ones like you was.
Yeah, with
but they would have to be safety or batteries in it, or you wouldn't be to transport them on the plane.
No, yeah.
They wouldn't let them fly, would they?
Have to make sure you have the machine guns on them as well.
Yeah, and the correct battery in it. Because what battery did you need to fly on the plane for your scooter? There was a certain one, wasn't it?
They are lithium.
And what one you couldn't use? What was that called?
What one you can't use?
Yeah.
The liquid normal gel battery.
Oh, the liquid one. Yeah. You can't have a lithium on the plane, innit?
Yeah. So you can have lithium, but you can't have the other one.
Oh, right. Okay, I'll leave you to it.
All right, then.
Something to think about for your next journey, travel journey to Ukraine.
So I'll be going to Thailand via Amsterdam on KLM, and I've got to see.
I shall be gone before the Russians are firing the missiles at the UK. So you know, I'll if he's still around, I'll try and email you. You know, if Putin haven't nuked Britain by then, like, but I should be in Thailand by then, so it's all right, Andy. I'd be fine. Like, I'd be in Thailand by then.
Yeah.
So,
well,
you know,
each their own.
You know, so
Let me
Have
know
you got
when
your
you go.
bunker dug? Have you got your shelter ready?
Have I got what?
Your shelter for when
Me bomb shelter.
the missiles come
Oh
over.
yeah, I got me bomb shelter.
You got it ready, have you?
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, can't go in a hungry horse. That's not bomb shelter. It's a restaurant. So.
All right, Lloyd.
Yeah. Okay, Ian, I'll leave you to it.
Yep. Thank you.
As I say, as a guy says on a taxi program, Toodle Pip.
Toodle Pip.
Toodle Pip from a YouTube channel. You see him with Alex Spelling? I mean, Belfield. Do you see him?
Oh,
yeah,
Alex
Belfield in his taxi.
The Gabby Cubby.
Yeah. Alex Spelling. Yeah. I mean, Belfield.
Yeah, Alex Bellend. Yeah.
Yeah, but what do you say Alex Spelling for? I don't know.
No, I don't know why you said that. I don't know.
So he had him in his taxi.
Yeah.
Well, when he said that, I thought, ooh, matron. Ooh. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay, Lloyd.
Taxi. Okay, and I'll love you and leave you.
Bye-bye. Thanks for calling in,
bye.
Mate. Thanks for calling.
Bye.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hello, Brian. Bit late, mate.
Cause the fog and the time is all mine, all mine.
And hello to Jerez Kent. How does my hair grow back so fast? I've had it cut since then. Cut last week. Yeah. It's okay at the moment. It's fairly short. I have a very fast growing hair. I don't know why. Oi! Pack that in.
Oh, that was so rude.
Frying pan.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Jackie is so rude. So rude.
Oh, that was so rude.
So rude. Right, what time is it? 17:47. We've got about 10 minutes left. If anybody would like to phone in, we have 10 minutes left. 10 minutes today. And then we're going to call it a day. So, last chance. Best way to keep the bouffant sharpish. Just lie down and use a lawnmower. That'll do it. A lawnmower. Just lawnmower your head. Fantastic. I think we've had a good show today. It's been very, very good. I've really enjoyed it. Don't forget you need to... Oh yeah, Keith. I forgot Keith. Lloyd.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was a Chinese. Sorry.
Hello. You want to order?
I meant to tell you. Oh, so it was a Chinese.
What do you want?
Chicken chow mein.
Chicken chow mein.
Chicken chow mein. Chicken balls.
Chicken then got balls. Anyway.
Chicken ball. Chicken fried rice.
Yeah.
Duck. Sweet and sour duck.
Sweet and sour duck.
What
else you want?
I don't know what else we have. I think that's it. And the Chang beer.
And the Chang beer? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And
30 minutes.
Put it on my tab. Okay.
30 minutes. How you want to pay? How you want to pay?
Put it on my tab.
But on your tab?
Yeah.
You don't have tab.
I do. Put
No
it on
tab.
the slate.
No tab.
Put it on the slate.
Cash only.
No, I have a slate with him.
Oh, no slate. No slate, no cash.
Oh, sorry, that's Andy Wong, no Andy Wright. Sorry.
Yeah, you have wrong man. You have wrong man.
Oh, sorry, it was Andy Wong who I spoke.
Yeah, you have wrong man.
Oh, I got the wrong restaurant, Andy Wong. This is the Andy Wright. Oh, sorry.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Goodbye.
Get it, Andy Wong. Oh, never mind.
One
Okay.
tongue. Okay.
All right. Okay.
One tongue.
Pep. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. One tongue soup. At the monetary fund wants a number 7. 230 much. Or you want Sofinger? Sofinger? That's very, very racist, isn't it, really, to be honest with you? You shouldn't do that. Well, we're only having a laugh. Nothing serious. That was the CIA. God, don't say that. It probably was. Bloody CIA. Every year they got the sheep. Oh God! It's Billy Goats. Billy Goats is here.
There is no planet blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. There is no planet blah.
Nerd alert!
Right. What are we up to? What's my crystal ball say? Wait for it. I think the plan... well, I'm not going to tell you here because we'll get banned. You have to wait for the video and watch the video. But it's all linked into the reasons why all of this is going on. But I cannot mention it on here because we are in danger. I have a jingle with that. I don't know where it is. Danger, we'll run with on danger, danger. Andy's piano is very strange. Hello, Tim. Bojo. You missed him. He was here earlier. Oh, there he is.
What's up, Doc?
What's up, Tim?
You know what? That makes me mad.
It does. It makes me mad. It really does.
Oops, this sucks.
Anyway, we have to...
You wait right there. I've got to take a leak.
Yeah, I've got to take a leak. So we'll have to wrap it up in a minute because I need to go for the old what's it and deposit a thing.
Excuse me.
Otherwise, I should be doing it in my pants, and that would not be good, would it? So yeah, we'll have to see about wrapping it all up in a minute, and PP time. That's what they say, isn't it? I think.
Hurry up!
Until we sheep again.
I'm gonna barbecue your ass in molasses!
Barbecue your ass in molasses. Yeah, I think so. So, how are we doing? We've had a really good day tonight. Yeah, we've had a few people missing, haven't we? We've had Keith and John and Skate. Who else? Somebody else who was... Oh, Wayne. Oh, you're in problems, are you, Tim? Oh, no, that's not good. Fix it with a hammer. That'll do it. Give it a hammer. Dunking time, yes, Brian. They've gotta do that.
Excuse me.
Because I've had too much water. That's what it is. got the old. The old WO. Was it? No, H2O. The W. No, why do I keep on saying W, for God's sake? H2O. Anyway, people.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, 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 everybody.
We're going to call it a day.
And that's my cue to exit.
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Is this a happy ending or a sad ending?
It's an ending. That's enough.
Thank you for taking part in the show. Thank you for all the lovely calls. And of course, remember, we are here. You need to subscribe, share, like, and everything else. And of course, support the channel if you can. Either Patreon, YouTube membership program, or you can do the Talking Really website, talkingreally.co.uk, and we are to be found on many different places, so please go and look and subscribe.
This is goodbye. To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Harry, are we ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Then let's do it. All hands, initiate shutdown sequence.
Now, come along, you two. Say goodbye to the fishes. Goodbye, Tish. Goodbye, Tosh. We have to stop now, but Andy Pandy's coming again soon. Goodbye, children.
Andy